Joining me right now with more on this is the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, Congressman Jason Smith. Mr. Chairman, always a pleasure. Thanks for being here.
It's great to be with you, Maria.
You are going back in session next week, beginning on Tuesday, and then you and your colleagues will be here until August. Are you expecting a push between you, Jim Jordan, on judiciary and James Comer on oversight to get to the bottom of what appears to be massive influence peddling by the Biden family? What can we expect?
You know, Maria, we are working hand in glove with Jim Jordan, Jamie Comer, of course, the Judiciary Committee, the Oversight Committee, and now the Ways and Means Committee to get to the bottom of all the information. Thankfully, we won the House majority just 6 months ago. The American people wanted oversight of this administration because the last 2 years there had been zero oversight. And in fact, we've been digging into a lot of information. I set up a whistleblower hotline in my first week as chairman, and we had numerous whistleblowers come forward, including the two that have been so public, the IRS investigators that have highlighted the injustice that's happened with a two-tier legal system. They've highlighted in their allegations and their testimony before the Ways and Means Committee of exactly how Hunter Biden had preferential treatment and when it came to the investigation. In fact, they saw the Department of Justice delay numerous aspects of the investigation that led to the expiration of the statute of limitations for tax crimes, felony tax crimes in the year of 2014 and in 2015.
But now the statute of limitations is on 2014 and 15. These were huge money-making years, apparently, for Hunter Biden. What can you do about it? And why is it that the DOJ is looking at taxes not paid on income, but not looking at who sent this income to Hunter Biden? What were they doing? Shaking down people overseas to get money from them and then pocketing them and then making policy decisions for America?
It's so disturbing. If you look at the tax years from 2014 to 2019, the investigators claim that Hunter Biden received over $8.3 million. Included in that was like an $80,000 diamond, a Porsche that valued over $140,000. But in the year of 2014 alone, it is documented by the IRS investigators that Hunter Biden did not pay taxes or report income of more than $400,000 that he received from Burisma. We have documentation from these IRS whistleblowers that Hunter Biden was receiving money from China sources, Ukraine sources, and Romania sources. It's absolutely unbelievable. We have to get to the bottom to it, and that's why we're working with Judiciary and Oversight and the Ways and Means Committee to find out the real facts.
Well, we want to know if the Bidens were being paid for policy decisions. Right now, we've got a deal that's going public, a company called Syngenta, and that is a subsidiary of China Chemical Company and Sinochem, and they were on the sanctions list. Donald Trump put them on the sanctions list in an executive order. Joe Biden walks into the White House and takes them off the sanction list, just the way he walked into the White House and canceled the China initiative. Are these some of the policy decisions that Joe Biden was paid for?
That's a great question, and that's what we're going to try to find the answers to. You know, I talked about Hunter Biden receiving over $8.3 million, but there was over $17.3 million that was Hunter Biden and his associates. Those are family members as well. We're digging into the details, as you've seen with Jamie Comer has been looking at the bank accounts. We're looking at the tax records. Jamie Comer said that bank accounts don't lie, but apparently we've seen, based on the plea agreements, that Bidens do lie when it comes to their taxes. So we're getting down to the details of it. Without a doubt, the WhatsApp message that we released with the IRS whistleblower that Hunter Biden sent to a Chinese official that highlighted his demands from that Chinese business partner, and he stated that he was seated right next to his father waiting for his response. Come on. That smells like corruption beyond belief.
Well, we're looking at it right now. It says, between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows, and my ability to forever hold a grudge that you will regret not following my direction. in terms of keeping the promise. I assume promise of money going into accounts. But I have to mention this letter that you received from Hunter Biden's lawyers. They're pushing back. They're saying, no, none of this. You got a 10-page letter from the lawyers trying to, you say, obstruct the investigation?
Now, listen, these are the same lawyers that the IRS whistleblowers highlighted that they, in fact, told the investigators that was investigating their client, Hunter Biden, that if they brought charges, that would be career suicide. That is in the IRS investigator whistleblowers' testimony. These are the same individuals. So it shouldn't surprise people that they're trying to discredit whistleblowers and they're trying to intimidate myself and other members for this investigation. Let me tell you, we're going to go where the facts lead, and they may not like that the facts are leading to all the different members of the Biden family.
Well, the facts are also leading to the federal agencies completely ignoring all of this, or the U.S. attorney in Delaware being stopped in his investigation. Talk to us about this meeting, which took place on October 7th, 2022, with the prosecutor Weiss in Delaware. And you know, the AG says he had complete authority to oversee the Hunter Biden investigation. He says now he did not have the authority.
That's exactly right. That is what we're waiting on right now. We've asked for over a dozen different individuals from the Department of Justice, the FBI, the Secret Service, and the IRS to come before the House Judiciary Committee, Ways and Means and Oversight by July 13th to voluntarily come before us so that we can ask some questions in regards to that July 7th meeting. Those two whistleblowers that came before highlighted in that July 7th meeting that the Delaware prosecutor said that he could not bring charges of Hunter Biden into the District of Columbia, and he also asked for a special counsel and was denied. But then you have the Attorney General of the United States testifying before Congress saying an absolute opposite statement. So someone is lying, and we have to figure out who is.
Well, we'll see if there was perjury committed by our own AG. We'll be watching. Thanks very much, Mr. Chairman.